moment comes that you need to rescue somebody, will you be ready? Will you have the right equipment? And will you know how to use that equipment? It's one thing to get the boat back to the person who's fallen overboard. It's another thing to get the person back on the boat. I'm John Rumanier. I've been sailing for 50 years and I've been nervous about falling overboard for all those 50 years. I teach safety. I wrote the Annapolis Book of Seamanship, and I've written 2 books about storms. So I take the sea and the dangers of sailing very seriously. In this video, we'll be talking about a unique way of rescuing people who've fallen overboard. We've seen how to set up the Lifesling. Now let's look at how to use it. Here are the basic steps for a rescue by a cruising couple sailing upwind with a man falling overboard. Head the boat into the wind, throw the sling, turn the boat, drag the sling around the victim, circling him. The victim puts on the sling. The sailor stops the boat, pulls the sails down. The sailor pulls the victim to the boat's windward side and secures him. Now the sailor can take a deep breath. The victim is safe. Rig the tackle, hook on the tackle, and hoist the victim on deck. Now let's look at this rescue in detail. Head the boat into the wind to stay close to the victim and slow the boat down. Open the pouch and throw the Lifesling into the water behind the boat. Tack the boat, but don't touch the jib sheets, and circle the victim without adjusting the jib sheets. Sail around the victim until the victim can reach the line. Stop the boat by heading up into the wind and taking the sails down while the victim climbs into the sling. Pull the line to the boat on the windward side and lift up on the line so the victim's face is well clear of the water. Sailors often ask if a recovery can be made by a boat under spinnaker. The answer is yes. With a fully crewed boat with a spinnaker up, after the person goes over the side, one sailor is designated to be the spotter. That person stands in the cockpit directly in front of the helmsman and points to the person in the water. The helmsman heads the boat up as the spinnaker pole is let forward to the headstay. When the spinnaker collapses, the halyard is released and the spinnaker is pulled down on deck. The boat is then tacked and proceeds with a regular Lifesling recovery. If you have a big, strong crew on board, you won't need a tackle to get the victim out of the water. Just lead the halyard directly to a winch. We've introduced you to the Lifesling, how to set it up, and how to use it. Now it's up to you. Get to know your gear, get to know the skills, and practice, practice, practice.